Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to your pick a card for today. Today I'm going to ask Spirit with some charms and some clues and some evidence and a fully channeled message. Does he or she want to come back? Will they reach out? Will we reconcile? So for those of you that want the answers to some of those questions, let's get started. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Let's see what Spirit has for you in the cards. I have three choices. Group A is a phone with please listen. Okay. Group B is miss you so much. And group C today is real feelings. So whichever pile, whichever A, B, or C you feel most drawn to, or all three, you're welcome to watch. I'm going to put the timestamps below, and I'll see you in your reading in a moment. If you picked Group A, this reading is for you. We're going to ask Spirit about the person on your mind and what is going on in this connection. Please listen. A phone call. Will you take my call? Can we talk? So this is a feeling of, I want to know if you would accept my call. I want to know, are you reaching out? Am I reaching out? Let's see what Spirit has for us. Spirit, please share with me any messages from my person. Will they be back? Are they thinking of reconciling? Are they thinking of me? Will I hear from them? I am listening for you now. I have they're holding back. They've been guarding their heart. They've been holding back. You know they're just holding back. I have reaching out. Okay, so a hand reaching out. I almost felt a apology too, like an olive branch. You know, I'm handing you something and I'm reaching out my hand to say, I'm sorry, here, give me your hand. I want to talk to you. Here, hold my hands while we talk. So it felt like an apology or an olive branch. I will say that. I have a fluttering heart. That came into me more so as that moment in time when the phone rings or a text message comes in. They're saying you're constantly checking your phone. They're constantly checking their phone. And then your heart skips a beat. When there's actually a message, you're almost afraid to read it. You're almost afraid to look at it because you can't believe it. You have been waiting for it for so long. So there's a sense of your heart skipping a beat. Like, what are they going to say? Spirit, please share with me. I have strength. I have an Ace of Cups. I have a Knight of Cups. And I have a Two of Pentacles. There's a lot of feelings here. If they've been guarding their heart, then they've been foolish. They really, truly do have romantic feelings for you. They are struggling in some way with making some kind of a decision. I do feel like the decision is overwhelming. It could be connected for some of you, not all of you, a third party having to walk away from something else in order to be in this connection, or just completing a cycle that they feel like they haven't completed. They're not where they want to be. They thought they'd be at a different stage at this stage in their life before they entered into the next level of a commitment. But as far as their feelings go, I would say that there's a lot of feelings here. I would be shocked if this person wasn't still, I'm going to say, madly in love with you. I have a Two of Wands. I have a King of Cups. They're definitely in love with you. And I have an Emperor. That came into me as stubborn. Stubborn as a mule. But the Two of Wands and the King of Cups was, and there's this beautiful little couple here on a path, and there's these two signs, and it's almost like, which way do I go? It's the fork in the way. Do I go this way or do I go that way? And I feel like we could decide that together, and that's not what we've been doing. This Emperor has been making decisions for themselves Maybe that was the make or break moment for you guys, that you're not taking into consideration my life, my feelings, my future when you make these decisions. So I feel that we didn't make a decision that was important for both of us together. And I feel like that is the setback. Before I get some initials, let me just see if I can grab a couple of feelings. Spirit, please share with me some feelings. Let the fear you have just fade away. The fear of this is over. Okay. First of all, I don't think it's over because there's too much love here. I would find it hard to believe that this person who has all these feelings, all this energy around this connection would just give it up. I just don't believe that. I think that it's a sense of stubbornness. I feel like it's a sense of my way or the highway. I'm going to do what I need to do. If you don't like it, too bad, and that's not how it works. I feel like this person's having a real wake-up call that two people are in this relationship and that you have feelings, you have a future, and what they do and say affects your future. I want to make you feel safe with me again. So we lost that. We lost that feeling of I'm here to be there for you or protect you or provide for you. I made you feel like I was just going to turn my back on you no matter what. So that is going to be rebuilt, and that's a hard one. Meet me in my dreams. Okay, so some kind of a soul connection. We could be visiting each other telepathically. You could feel like I'm definitely know this person's thinking of me. He pops into my head all day long, he or she. And I feel like there is a sense of we're connected, that invisible energy cord that connects all of us. So I haven't detached it because I can still feel you. I know you haven't detached it. I don't want to share you with anyone. Was there a third party involved? It is a feeling of a big choice. I will say that. Maybe we've already gotten over that, but it is a feeling of, hey, you know what? It needs to be all or nothing, or this isn't going to work. So maybe nobody wanted an ultimatum. Nobody wanted to be pushed into a corner and told what to do. So let's see what the initials are. Spirit, please share with me some initials. First initial, last initial. If it's your person, great. Claim it. You. I have the letter G. I have an E. O. Okay, they're twisting. I have a T. L. W. C. H. An N today. Another N. Another O. I have an A. The letter C. Another N. And I have a D. So some of you, those may connect to. First, let me know in the comments. I always like to see if, that I had your initials. I always think it's fun. Your initials or there. Sometimes I spell the whole name, which is really, really fun. Or Spirit does. I shouldn't take credit. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you need us to know? Does he or she want to come back? Will they reconcile? Are they reaching out? Embrace. I crave your physical touch. I would be shocked if this person doesn't come back. I really would. I mean, I'd be floored, to tell you the truth. I mean, if this was a private reading one-on-one, I'd be like, it's just a matter of time, because the cards are all, they're all saying the same thing to me, that there's a lot of love here. This person is fighting something they've been holding back because of their ego, their self-esteem. I should be able to decide what I want for my future, and it's like, yeah, but there's two people here. And when you make a decision, it affects both of us. Something's going on with that. I have an accessory. You're not just an accessory. You're not just an add-on in their life. You are a person. You are value. You need to be valued. You're not just like eye candy. You have value. I have a Zen energy, reorganizing your priorities. They need to reorganize their priorities as well. You need to feel like you're a priority. And that could be something that they're starting to realize, like, hey, I really was putting this person on the back burner because I've been so busy with my career. I've been so busy with this and that and my kids. And, and the person who loves me the most gets nothing. Lost love, wanting to reconnect after a long period. That was more of a feeling of, have I lost you forever? And I don't want you to be the one that got away. I don't want to regret this moment. I don't want to look back in 10 years and say, I should have tried harder. I could have done things differently. So I will say that this Emperor is at least smart enough to think that. At least is realizing that if they lose you now, they're going to lose you forever because you're a catch and you're good. You can be with anybody, Spirit's saying. So it's just a matter of time that you would meet somebody else, and they know it. Step to the plate. I have a 3 of Swords. They know they broke your heart. I have a 4 of Swords. I have a Star. And I have a Queen of Cups. It came into me as, let me go here first, because it was more of a feeling of, I know I broke your heart. They'll probably admit that. I know I hurt you. They'll probably admit that. They're almost giving you a cooling off period, if that sounds, that if they came back right away, the pain was too hurtful and it would have been hard words. It would have been upsetting words, angry words. And they almost were afraid to meet your wrath. So this is a feeling of like, it's a cooling off period. I'm just going to let this calm down. I'm just going to let everybody think about the situation and let things settle down, let the dust settle. And then I'm going to look at it as, you know what, this is somebody I really do love. This is somebody that I did make promises to, is how I feel. And I really wished that I had somebody in my life like this. And now that it's here, I am being selfish, I'm being foolish, and I'm pushing it away. So I do feel like they see you as the person they want to be with. I'm asking Spirit. Spirit said they ran. I'll commit to that you have a runner. And I feel like it was more of I pushed you away because I couldn't handle somebody telling me what to do. So they probably didn't like something that was said or something that was implied that would indicate that they weren't involved in a decision. It wasn't their decision. So that is upsetting. So this person likes to make all decisions or is realizing that they're not in a situation that they can make all decisions by themselves anymore. And that might be the kind of aha moment, that when you're in a relationship and you start to choose things in your life, whether it's work, where you're going to live, your schedule, change of schedules, it affects somebody else. And if you just go ahead and you change a job, and it's a different schedule, and it means that I'm not going to see my person on certain days that I always did, and they don't run it by you first, it's something like that would be very hurtful. And that's what I feel like it's about. I feel like it's, you didn't think about me. And now they're kind of having this awakening of, maybe I should have. All right, so let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. I've got this big, gorgeous bowl with lots of fun stuff. And Let me see if I can get you some additional messages. I know there's additional letters and there's some signs in here also. So I have an O. I have an M. I have an X. I have a Q. Okay, what does this say? I have a bag. It says Paris, like a trip, taking a trip somewhere. I want to take you away. We could have had plans to go away, and maybe the plans have been put on hold. We could even have gone as far as buying tickets. So that feels like that's something that I'm worried about. I have, what is this? Cancer energy. Leo energy. I have June. Does that say June? I have June, month of June, birthday month. Okay. I have a cloud. I have a cloud hanging over my head. I do. I feel like that. I do have that cloud. I have a cloud hanging over my head, and I'm going to put the baby bottle with the cloud, because this person may be afraid of starting a family or starting all over again. Maybe we want different things. Maybe one of you wants to still have children and the other one says, I don't really think that's something I wanted, but maybe, or they said they wanted it in the beginning and now they've changed their mind. And that could be really upsetting, that I've been with you for these years. And right from the beginning, you told me that you wanted to have a family and I've never had children. So now what? I'm not supposed to have children because you decided that you don't want children. So it could be something that's very, very, very important as far as your future. So that baby in the cloud is kind of hanging over me. I have a bouquet of flowers. It's spring. It's a spring. It has a watering bucket. So I feel like I'm watering the flowers. I'm nurturing the flowers. So that means I'm taking care of this. We should have nurtured this. We should have taken better care of this, something like that. I do have a heart and a key. You have won this person's heart. I will say that. I have lipstick and lips. So I'm just going to say I miss your lips. I'm just going to say I miss kissing you. I miss your lips. I miss making love to you. So this person's still in love with you. I don't know who they're kidding, but it's just a feeling of they're fighting for the wrong reasons. They're fighting this love for the wrong reasons. I have a tassel, but it came into me almost like a broom, almost like a hand broom that, like a little brush, like a hand broom. I'm sweeping things away. I'm trying to just sweep away things that I don't want to talk about. Maybe they have a tendency to just sweep it under the rug, and I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So that would be something we need to address, that we have to talk about these things. And then I have a scissors, and I'm going to put that with, I've been working on cutting the cord for whatever has been holding me back, that they know they have to make a decision about something, and then they have to cut that cord about something. So that's a big one. I feel like, and the scissors are open. So it's like in motion. So all I have to do is close the scissors and the cord would be cut. So I feel like that is something they have to do. You can't do it for them. It's a decision they have to make. And if it's makes a difference between being all in, then they have to do that. So those are your charms. That feels really, really good. I'm not sure what's going on with the baby, but that could have connected to some of you. Spirit, please share with me. Are they coming back? Will we reconcile? Will they reach out? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes to all of the above. I feel like they're going to reach out. They're going to realize that they disappointed you somehow, that they know that they can't make decisions without you. They know that they've had time to think about it. Spirit just said they've talked to others, whether they talk to some family members or friends, and they're like, yeah, you can't do that. Are you kidding me? You can't do that. No wonder you're in the doghouse. So it's a feeling of everybody agrees that their behavior is not appropriate. And I do feel like they're coming back. I can't stop thinking about you. I do. I need some alone time. That's okay. Give them the space to get to the place where they miss you so much that they can't stand not having you. They miss your lips, they said. They miss making love to you. They miss your voice, Spirit just said. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of what I've been doing with my life. I'm not proud of myself. You wouldn't be proud of me right now. Memories of you are haunting me. You're always on my mind. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I still, bottom of the deck, I still have hope we can work this out. And I'm going to say this person doesn't want to throw all this love away. I really feel like, how do you walk away from all this love? You just don't. Do you need space and time sometimes? Okay. But you don't just stop loving somebody. And that's what I'm feeling right now. So I feel like they're coming back. Spirit, please share with me. I have more than a year. Okay. Maybe we've been separated for a while. Maybe we've been struggling with this person's really holding back. They've been taking their time. Maybe you're coming up on a year, 6 months, a year, long time. At a special date, I'll hear from you. Birthday, I feel like maybe they'll reach out to you for your birthday, something like that. Allow things to come to you. Just focus on yourself right now. If this hasn't happened, just don't obsess over it. Just let the universe work. Let the universe bring this energy back to you. Oh, my hands just tingled. So that tells me, Spirit always, when my body tingles, that's Spirit's way of saying you're right. It's like a confirmation of the messages. And in a few days. So if this person comes back in a few days, then this reading was meant to be. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. Hi, everyone. If you picked Group B, this reading is for you. We're asking Spirit, will he or she be back? Will we reconcile? Will we hear from them? Anything Spirit wants to share with me about this connection. So you picked Group B, which is miss you so much. So you're obviously thinking about your person. You're missing them. They could be missing you. I do have this beautiful sense of loyalty with that dog. Maybe some of you have a dog, a pug, something like that. Maybe this dog jumps out at you. That would be really cool if you actually have a dog that looks like that. Spirit, please share with me about this connection. What is it that you want me to know? What is my person thinking and feeling? Are they moving in the direction of coming back towards us? I have it's too intense. A feeling of I pushed this away because I stopped it. I pushed this away. It was becoming too intense. I have staying right here. I have a commitment. There could be a third party. This person could still be attached to somebody else, staying right here. Maybe they said, I'm not ready to make a decision. I can't leave my family. I can't leave somebody else and be with you. I can't end something. So if this is a third party, this person's putting a lot of thought into who they're with already and changing their whole life. It could be really hard. I have, I'm not ready. That could be something that they said. I'm not ready to make that decision, but I do miss you. Bottom of the deck, it feels so right. You could have met a twin flame at the wrong time. There's this incredible sense of we are really good together, but I have growing closer. We could have gotten very close, and I have somebody that needs to breathe. I need to take a breath. So it could have come on very, very quickly, and it could be really intense. chemistry and possibly a twin flame connection that came out of nowhere and we just couldn't say no to it. They're saying it's complicated. They're saying there's just a lot going on here. And we just both needed a lot of space to decide. Okay. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 4 of Wands. I have a 5 of Pentacles. I have an 8 of Wands. And I have a Knight of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles is coming into me as, first of all, let me go back. The 4 of Wands came into me as, I do have hopes for a future with you. I did think about what our life would be like with you. So I do feel like whatever they said to you was true. I don't want you to second guess that. I feel like they're afraid somebody's going to get hurt in the end, whether it's you or someone else or even themselves with the 5 of Pentacles. Like, I just don't want to create this, bee's nest of hurt. And just because we want each other, just because somehow we found each other at the wrong time is how I feel. So the 8 of Wands is a shift. The 8 of Wands is a sudden shift. And it could be, I have missed you so much, I have to see you. I can't hold out anymore, Spirit's saying that I thought I could live without you, but I can't. So I think the space and time between the two of you is driving them crazy. And you could have put them on hold. You could have said, I'm not going to be the other person, or when you make up your mind what you want, let me know. So it is a feeling of it's driving them crazy, not being able to see you, or they miss what we had, Spirit just said, whether it was, our intimacy, our time together, even just this feeling of back and forth banter on the phone. I miss that. So I feel that this person, it's driving them crazy that they're not with you. This is a very high chemistry to me. It's a very intense, probably physical connection. Like, we can't keep our hands off of each other. We just will go out of our way to be together, even if it's just for an hour. So we are just can't hold back. There's a sense of I can't hold back. I have a Tower. There's a sense of I'm going to blow up my whole life. I'm walking a tightrope, Spirit saying. This person's having a hard time. I have a Fool. I keep thinking about what my life would be like with you. What would my life be like if I started all over? So this is a big leap of faith for this person. This person probably would have to change a lot of things in their life. You may have to change a lot of things in your life to be together. It's a huge leap of faith. I have a 7 of Wands. Don't give up on me. A little bit of a don't give up on me. I'm still thinking about you. It's hard when you're not seeing somebody. And I have a King of Swords. So I will definitely say this person, you are constantly on their mind. I feel like they are thinking, what would it take for us to be together? And the answer is not easy. The answer is a huge shift in their energy. The answer is somebody is going to get hurt, and that is upsetting them. I have a 2 of Swords. We have a huge decision. There is this incredible sense of I freak out one day is how I want to say it. And I have to see you. So as far as will they reach out? I'm going to say yes. I feel like they're driven almost by this like manic energy of I have to see you now. I can't live like this. I'm crazy. I'm going nuts. So I feel like it's very taboo also, that even those types of phone calls come very late in the night, or they come at odd hours. So there's some sneaking around. I think there's some sneaking around, or there has been some sneaking around. Spirit, please share with me. feelings. Maybe I can change for you someday. So there's this hope of, will we be together? And they could be pushing this energy away because they can't make that decision today. But they're struggling with, I met somebody that I feel like I'm supposed to be with, and I'm trapped, they're saying, in a different situation. I know my words have cut you like knives. I feel like it was more of a conversation of, don't push me. I had that hand up. Don't push me. I am not ready to make a decision. Don't push me. So I just feel like it was that kind of an energy. Spirit, please share with me. My love is like a game of roulette. I don't know which way I'm headed. So they feel like they're just, spinning that wheel and hoping for the best. And meanwhile, that wheel is going to land on destiny. That wheel is going to land on fate. So we do have to trust what Spirit wants for us. There's so much I need to say to you. So there's the, I just miss what we had. I miss the intensity. I miss the communication. I miss your voice. I miss reaching out to you at these different times of the day, that we would always talk on the way to work, after work, on the way home, late at night. So there's a sense of, there's certain hours in the day that were our time, and we were always together. So that's when it hurts the most, Spirit's saying. Spirit, please share with me. I'm going to get some initials. First initials, last initials. The letter F. I have an S. I have an L. The letter T. The letter E. U. Another S. Letter J. V. P. W. L. O. E. C, and one more, Spirit, and the letter A. So some of you may get your first initials, last initials of your person. Let's see what else they have. So this is pretty intense. This is I'm really, really struggling with you not being in my life. And I feel like in a moment's time, this person's going to snap. That almost an F it feeling. I have to see you. I can't be without you. And I'll take the consequences, because I just feel like they are going to decide that, at what point are they going to start living their life? They could be living their life for somebody else and they're not happy. They could be staying in a connection for kids, a house, a long, long marriage that they haven't been happy with for years and years and years. So it's that kind of an energy. So I feel like at some point they're going to say, at what point do I say, I want to be happy? In you are their happiness, is how I feel. I have partial. There's more to this story. There's a lot to this story, is what I'm feeling. There's a lot to this story. The missing puzzle piece, like they have a hold of the missing puzzle piece. They know what the missing puzzle piece is, and the missing puzzle piece is you. So they've gotten a taste of what has been missing in their life. They've gotten a taste of being with somebody who turns them on, makes them happy, inspires them, makes them feel alive again. So it's really hard to say no to that once you've had it. And I really feel like this is a twin flame connection. So it's even more magnified than it would be. I have misinformation. Wrong info was given to them. Little bit of gossip there. Somebody saying something and it wasn't true that you said. Somebody implying something, and You never had said anything. So a little bit of a accusation about something that you had nothing to do with. Could be somebody trying to sabotage, somebody knowing about this connection, trying to sabotage this connection out of jealousy. I have manifestation. I've manifested this. You're manifesting this. Reunited, twin flames. Yeah, I have felt like this is a twin flame connection from the beginning of this reading. And it says, finally back together. This person wants to reunite with their twin flame. And it's almost a feeling of, I'll accept the consequences because I can't live without you. I can't sleep at night. I constantly think about you. They're saying the person feels like they're punishing themselves somehow by not being with you. And they're saying, like, why am I punishing myself? You know, just out of guilt. So they're tired of punishing themselves, if that makes sense. Spirit, please share with me. If this comes back, it's coming back fast. I'm telling you right now, it is coming back like, whoa, blow you away fast. I have a 9 of Cups. I have a 6 of Wands. I have a 4 of Swords. And I have a Knight of Cups. So this person knows in their heart that they're happy with you. This person knows in their heart that they don't have to work so hard, is how it came into me. Is that when they're with you, there's just a lot of love there. And they have never been, you could be the first person that they're truly in love with, and that scares them. You could be the first person that they've ever had these kind of obsessive feelings for, and that could be really scaring them. Like, why can't I push this away? I've pushed everybody else away. Why can't I push this away? Because it's good. It's exciting. I have a High Priestess at the bottom of my deck. So I want you to trust your own intuition in this case. What are you feeling? If it's a twin flame, I'll tell you that you should be able to connect to them telepathically. You should be able to feel right now that they're frustrated, that they're craving you, that they miss you. 12:12 on the clock when I'm recording this. So we do have an angel number as well. I'll grab that. Let's get some charms. Let's see what your charms are saying. You know, love is tricky, right? It's hard. We live in a 3D world with lots of things going on, past and other relationships and children and jobs and locations and all kinds of things that interfere with just, you know, that perfect slate. So we do have a complicated situation. But I also have obsessiveness, and I have this like running energy back to you. I'm going to say it that way. Let's get some charms. I have this beautiful bowl of charms, and let's get a scoop. Let me see. I'm going to get a corner I haven't been in lately. Let me go over here. And I added some new charms to this bowl recently, so there's some new stuff in here. That's all I do is play with my charms and have fun with all my tarot cards and toys. All right. No, that's not all I do. I'm teasing. All right. What does this say? This one's getting worn out. It says test. I think it used to say test. I'm going to go with a test. Is this a test? Hey, this is a test. This is a test of can we live without each other? And we're going to fail this test. This is definitely a test. This person can't live without you is what's happening. That's a good way to put it. That saying, let's put this on hold, I got to figure out what my feelings are, is the test. And then the test is they are obsessing over you. They are fantasizing about you, and they're desiring you, Spirit just said. And then that's when they break. They just lose it, and they're running back. They're like, I gotta see you. I gotta see you. I gotta be with you. Crazy love. I have Aquarius. I have a Libra energy. I have some letters. Let's get the letter. I have a Q, the letter R. I feel strong about that R. That R is extra strong for me for some reason. I have an A. I have a Virgo energy. I have a Capricorn energy. Okay, and these are some months. Let's see what this says. I have July. It could be a birthday month. July. And I have December. Okay. I have a little charm that is, it says my garden and a little shovel. And I'm going to put it, oh, I have two gardens. My garden, your garden. Okay. And I'm going to put the shovel inside. Almost this feeling of we both have to work on the garden. We both, or the spring blooms, right? Spring blooms, spring flowers, but we both have to work on this garden. We both have to plant new plants. We both have to nurture it. We have to water it. We have to watch it grow. So even though we are passionate about each other and there's this intense obsession, I think on both sides, that we've got to realize that we still have a tree to plant that needs to grow with roots. We still have a garden to grow. So I feel like it's the spirit's way of saying, hey, we've got a long ways to go, but we could do it together. If we have the right tools, we have each other, and we have the right tools with this shovel, and maybe we have a rake, and maybe we have a little, I don't garden. So we have some gardening tools. How's that? Some gloves. But we work on it. Let's say it that way. Let's say it that way. I have a crown. I'm going to say this person sees you as their princess, their queen. I'm just so attracted to you. They have a tendency to put you up on a pedestal. You can do no wrong. They've never been with anybody like you. They've never experienced anything like this. I really have a strong feeling that this person, even, I don't care if they're 50 years old, they may never have been in love before. And they're blown away by their feelings this time. They could have loved somebody. They could have shared a life with somebody. But there's a difference between being in love with somebody and loving someone. And I feel like this is blowing them away. Like, why am I so obsessed with this person? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I willing to give up my whole life and change my whole life for somebody? Because the material world doesn't really matter. I mean, yes, it does, but we're souls. We are five-dimensional, beings, and our souls override the material world, where that's where people will say, F it, and say, I'll give up everything for this person, and I'll be with this person, and we'll figure it out. We'll plant that garden. We'll watch it grow. We'll start over if we have to. So that's where I feel like we're at. Something's going on along those lines. I have what is this? What is this? Hold on, I need my little tweezers. I can't even tell what this is. Let me see. Okay, it looks like a cheetah. It looks like, I think it's a cheetah. It's a striped cat. It's some kind of striped cat, okay? So, but it came into me as a cheetah, so I'm going to go with a cheetah. Fighting energy, strong, determined, fast. There's my fast, right? I mean, cheetahs are probably one of the fastest animals, aren't they? So there's the energy of this comes back fast, which we've heard before. I'm going to go with cheetah. I am definitely going to go with cheetah then. And I have it looks like a parrot. It looks like a parrot on a ring. it came into me as repeat after me. And it was almost this feeling of, I'm going to say I love you. And I just want you to say I love me. Like repeat after me. I love you. And then the bird says, I love you too. I love you too. So I feel like it's just like this, whatever I say, you're going to say it back. Repeat after me. So maybe they say something, I love you. I can't get you out of my mind. And then you say, I love you and can't get you out of my mind. So it's that kind of mutual feeling energy. I love you too, right? If you listen to those birds. My son has a bird that talks and it's pretty cool. All right, so there is your charms. Aren't they nice? They're gorgeous. All right, let's see what some feelings are. Hey, life is a journey. Life is a journey. Spirit, please share with me this loving messages. What is it that you want me to know? I know you're the one for me. In the background, the spirit messages came in as, I know you're the one for me. And it was like, let me do this. Okay, so let me decide. Let me figure this out. Let me do what I have to do, energy. So there's something that they have to do to be with you. I've been trying to forget about you, but I can't. Absolutely. I am 100% in agreement with that. To the point where they're going to become so obsessed with you that they physically come flying back at you. And it blows your mind how fast they come back and in like this whirlwind that they come in on. And you're just like, whoa. I know I've let you down. I know I let you down. The energy between us felt amazing. I can't stop thinking about you. Again, this person is struggling with some kind of guilt, and it almost feels like they're trying to hurt themselves by not being with you. They're saying, bottom of the deck, I'm trying to distract myself from thinking of you. So, hey, you guys have all been there before. You try to go out with your friends, you try to spend time doing other things, and your mind just keeps coming back to this situation. Your mind just constantly keeps repeating what was said last, what the feelings were, and it's like a broken record. So your person's feeling that same way also. Spirit, please share with me timeline. Anything about the timeline in this connection? I have when you let go. Okay, open your arms, be ready to receive. You're probably doing the best that you can. I just had to take a deep breath. So you're probably just kind of getting through each moment as they come. Very emotional, they're saying. I have rushing in. Yeah, everything about this reading is rushing in, rushing back. But it's a obsession with this person. It is I can't push this away, even if it's going to blow up my life in another way. I have summertime. Maybe summertime is when, I hate to say that the shit hits the fan, but I feel like the shit has to hit the fan in order for this union to be together somehow. So we've got summertime energy. And I have fall. So we could have some resolutions, some reconciliations heading into the summer, the fall. Bottom of the deck I have in a few weeks, which would be really nice to hear. Oh, few days. All right, maybe it's sooner. So maybe it's sooner. It's when this person hits the breaking point. This person's going to hit a breaking point of, I can't not see you. I have to see you as the energy. And they can't stay away from you a moment longer. And then they just lose it and they come rushing back, and all the rules that they set and all the boundaries that they set just go out the window. So I'm going to put that into this category for this particular connection. So I hope that connected to you. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group C, this reading is for you. Real feelings. I just want to know what your feelings are. I just want you to be brutally honest with me. I want you to tell me, because I either want to know what's coming or I want to be able to move on. So let's see what the real feelings are. Let's see what Spirit will share with us today. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages from my person. What is it that they want us to know? Do they want to come back? Are they thinking about reconciling? Do they have any messages? Are they calling? I have they've been withdrawn. I have a fluttering heart. I have a heavy heart. And I need space. So there's a feeling of they're definitely holding back. I can feel that. The withdrawn card came into me as a hermit, that the hermit is all about, I need space. And I need to be alone right now, Spirit just said. And I'm trying to figure things out. And I don't want you to solve my problems. I don't want you to try to fix things. So this is somebody who is, I guess, stepping up to their own life and saying, I need time to do some healing. I need some time to think, which is what they probably said. So but with that being said, it's not as easy as they thought, that they're not happy. And I feel like it's self-inflicted, that they're looking at it and saying, I did this, I created this, or I have, they feel depressed, they feel anxiety, they're missing you, Spirit just said. So when they think of you, they still get, a heart flutter. They're wondering how you're doing. They miss kind of the updates. We have so much to talk about, or I feel like I'm missing out on your life, like just everyday things. You're always with me is the bottom of the deck. Thank you, Spirit. And connect with me. And bottom of the deck, I can't let you go. So do they need to be alone right now? I'm going to say yes. But it doesn't mean they still don't have feelings. It doesn't mean that they're saying they haven't moved on, as far as, at least in this connection that I'm feeling. It might not be for all of you. It's a general reading. But I don't feel like they're with anybody else emotionally. I feel like if they're going to be with somebody emotionally, it would be you. I don't feel like they moved on from you so that they could fall in love with someone else. I feel like they moved on because they needed to find themselves, Spirit just said. They needed to decide what it is that they want. And it could be a lot of different things. It could be, I'm not where I want to be emotionally. I need to go to therapy. I need to stop drinking. Maybe there was something big in their life that they needed to work on to be a better person, to be in this connection. Spirit's saying, Spirit, please share with me. I have a 5 of Pentacles. That came into me almost as a grief. They could have lost somebody, and it triggered this feeling of, I have to handle this by myself. Loss of a parent, sibling, somebody very close to them, best friend. So it could have triggered that I can't do this with you. I have to do this for me. And when I'm feeling better, I can come back energy. So there could be a loss, actually a grief, that has triggered them to thinking that they can heal better being alone. And some people do. Some people do heal better alone, and other people heal better in groups. You listen to widows and widowers, and they'll say, I just want to be alone. I want people to stop calling me. I want people to stop knocking on my door to make sure I'm okay. And I do believe that. I think that you need to heal on your own. And when people are asking you, how are you feeling over and over again, you're kind of like, I can't answer that. I need you to go. So he or she could be worrying about just processing a grief. I have an Ace of Cups. I have an Ace of Cups. I have a Tower. And I have a Four of Pentacles. I will say this Tower, I'm going to say that this person has unresolved feelings for another loss. Best example would be a widow. That I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready, widower, that I could be in a relationship. I still have feelings for somebody else. And they're saying it could be somebody younger, that it was their first real significant relationship, or their first it was a long-term relationship, and they thought they were ready. They started to have feelings, and then they realized that they have more mixed feelings than anything. The Four of Pentacles is more of a, I'm guarding myself because I was just hurt. Maybe there wasn't enough space and time between the two relationships, and that usually happens. So I don't feel like you're a rebound. I feel like there were the feelings there with the Ace of Cups, but I feel that they started getting confused about their feelings because they had mixed signals coming in. Old wounds and triggers and old energy. So they just put it on pause until maybe they're feeling a little better. I have a Nine of Cups. I have a Sun. I have a Death card. And I have an Eight of Cups. Can I have clarification on that Death card, Spirit? I have an Ace of Swords. They've given a lot of thought to how things have ended, which is probably a good thing. It's almost a like retelling, reliving. It's going through, whatever was said, the last things that were said, I feel like they regret. I feel like they didn't end things well. I feel that they could have been more mature about it. They could have been more honest about it. So, but the good news is that there's a part of them that feels that I could really be happy with you still. If you wanted me, is how they just said it. You might not be happy with them because maybe they led you on. Maybe they said, I'm over somebody, I'm fine, I'm emotionally ready for a relationship. And then you got into this thing and they really weren't. So, but the feelings are still there. Spirit just said, I have a Two of Swords at the bottom of my deck. I have a Fool and I have a Four of Wands and a Wheel of Fortune. Let's take a look at these, because this person could be afraid of starting over, like a formal commitment. This person could be afraid of another marriage if they've been divorced. But there's a part of them that says, but if it's meant to be, I would accept it. So I don't feel like they're 100% against a committed relationship with somebody else again. I feel like it's just, they feel like it's got to be in time, and it's got to be at the right time, and it's got to make sense to them. So they could not, maybe they weren't ready for this connection because it started to get serious. It started to get really, I'm going to say real. And their feelings were becoming real, right? They had some real feelings here. Do we push people away even when we're feeling in love? I mean, it doesn't make sense, because you say, everything was going really great. We were really happy. They told me they loved me. They told me they wanted to be with me. And then all of a sudden they just like turn and they say, I need time. I wasn't ready for this. I thought I was ready, but I'm not. And you're like, what? Where did that come from? No signs, no clues, no evidence of them turning. And it's really confusing. And what they're doing is just giving themselves some kind of break, test, if I really want to be with this person, they do the whole, if it's meant to be, we'll find each other again. So, which is true in a sense, but sometimes when somebody pushes you away, you don't want them back. You're like, if you pushed me away once, you hurt my feelings. And what makes me think that you're not going to do it again? So you could be struggling with what makes me think this person wouldn't do it again. Spirit saying something about it just wasn't the right time. The timing just wasn't the window of opportunity. The healing hadn't taken place. It just wasn't the right time. Let's see what some of the feelings are. I'm taking control of our destiny, making a decision, but two people are involved. You have to take control of this destiny too. It's not about what they want. Will I ever get to talk to you again? Our Spirit's saying, are you open to talking to them again? Because when they're ready and they feel like they've done some more healing, I do feel like they would come around with an apology. I didn't treat you right. I don't normally treat people the way I treated you. I want you to know that. I ran from fear. It started getting too serious too soon. I was still grieving something else. And I realized that I didn't have enough space and time for myself in between relationships, something along those lines. So part of me is feeling that this person does want to talk to you again. I can't believe I've stayed away this long. I want to catch up with you. There's a feeling of, I just want to know how you're doing. I want to make sure you're okay. I want to know what's going on in your life. Maybe not even with the intention initially of us getting back together. It's that they truly cared about you and they truly loved you. So it's like, I just miss what's going on in your life energy, and I'd like to catch up. I want to hear your voice. You know, if I could see you and hug you and catch up with you for a few hours without any big, deep conversations about the rest of our lives, I feel like they would want to do that. But normally we've got a lot to talk about in that first time we reunite. I hate myself for losing you. Again, a little bit of a self-sabotage. I don't know. I feel like they've kind of justified it as, I just had to. I just wasn't ready for this. I feel the urge to contact you. That's nice. I feel like they have a lot of explaining to do, and I feel like they would explain. And I also feel like you're very understanding. I feel that you may have seen this coming, or you, looking back at it, you sense that maybe they did need more time. And if it was you in reverse, you probably would have felt the same way. Let's get some initials. Spirit, please share with me. Spirit saying life is a long journey and relationships are long journeys. So what wasn't good timing maybe a little while ago could be excellent timing in the very near future. Let's get some first initials, last initials. I have an E. I have a C, the letter A, I have another E, G, N, another N, K, D, R, B, P, the letter V, the letter Q, L, and one more. And I have the letter S. So some of you, that could be first initials, last initials. Let me know. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. I have the urge, is what they said. I have the urge. I want to catch up with you. I'd love to know how you're doing. I just want to hear your voice. All of those things are coming into me. Pick it back up. Pick up from how things were left. Can we pick up? Maybe we left it as an open door. Part of me feels like we did. I was pretty understanding. Go and do what you have to do. If I'm still available in the future, pick up the phone, let me know, and we'll talk. So part of me feels like I'd like to pick up where we left off, which would be great. I've been manifesting this. That could be you. What you've been manifesting could be coming your way. Beautiful. I have unreasonable, seeing things only one way. Not taking into consideration what you've gone through while you've been in this separation. And so that could be hard. That could be hard on you. Yeah, you needed space and time, but what about my feelings? Failure to launch, couldn't get things going. I wasn't ready. I'm going to say it that way. I just wasn't ready. I feel really like the timing wasn't right. And it's all about the timing. It's that little window of time where you're available and I'm available and all the stars align. So maybe the timing just wasn't right, and the timing, changes. I have partial. There's more to the story, the missing piece of the puzzle. We have unfinished business. This isn't over yet. The Spirit just said they're returning. They are returning. We don't know when yet. Presence. No one exists when you're around. I miss your presence. I'm going to say I miss your presence. I miss knowing what's going on in your life. I miss doing things with you. I miss sitting next to you. I miss eating dinner with you. I miss loving you. I miss your presence in my life, which is a bigger thing, right? Just you being in my life. Flaker, inconsistent. I know I was inconsistent. I feel like they kept getting triggered. I feel that they were either grieving or overcoming a past relationship still, thought they were ready to move on, weren't quite ready. And then the things that they were doing with you was triggering their past. And it was emotional for them. They were trying to heal and fall in love at the same time. It was just a little too much. So it was time to take a break. Unsure, communication. Hello with a question mark. Almost this feeling of, if I called, would you answer? Would you say hello? Would you talk to me? Or have you cut me off forever? Okay. So sometimes we have that fear of rejection, even worse the second time, because you've already hurt that person. Spirit, please share with me. What is it you need me to know? I have a Page of Wands. Okay. I have a Three of Swords. I have a Page of Swords. And I have a Knight of Cups. That feels like I want to talk about that I hurt you. I want to talk about that I still have feelings for you. And it was, the page came into me of Wands almost as a surprise meeting, that we bumped into each other or we saw each other again for the first time. I feel like we didn't have like very hard or hateful parting. So we could have left on pretty decent terms, kept that door open. And I feel like when I saw you again, it was like all these feelings came back. That, wow, I'm still attracted to this person. Wow, I'm still interested in this person. Wow, I'm pretty excited about this person. So the Knight of Cups feelings all came back, those romantic feelings I had for you. And then that other page came in with that Page of Swords as, we need to talk about how I hurt you. I'm really sorry. And I feel like that's the starting point. I feel like that's going to be something that we are able to talk about. So that feels good. That window of time is key in this particular connection. The timing just, for some reason. All right, let's get some charms. Let's see what my charms are saying. Okay, this beautiful bowl of charms. I'm going to get a scoop. And let's see what jumps out at me. Okay. I have the letter Q. I have a O. I I have a Capricorn energy. What's this guy? Aries. I have a Cancer, lots of signs, good. I have a Virgo, and I have a Taurus today, so that feels good. Oh boy, this is interesting. Okay, I have this bow and these two scissors, and it came into me as like cutting open the package, both of us. Like we both have this gift, and it's up to us to open up this beautiful gift. And we both have to unwrap it at the same time. So there was a sense of coming back together and opening that box together, opening this beautiful package of what is there for us. And I feel like we have to do it both at the same time. That's where I got the two scissors. And it's a surprise. It's our future. Our future's in the box with that big, huge, gorgeous golden bow. So I'm going to say that this person, after doing some healing and some soul searching, Spirit just said, that they return. But they return with, let's do this together. Let's see what this adventure is going to have. Let's see what's in the box. Let's go. So that feels really beautiful to me. I do have a little girl. It could be one of us has a child. We could have children, grandchild on the way. I'm just going to say something like that. I don't necessarily feel like I'm having a baby. I just feel like I have possibly young children in my life somehow. And then what is this guy? Looks like a little flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going with the 5 petals for now because it feels like May flowers. So it feels like a flower. I think it's a flower. And I'm going to go with the 5 petals. I'm going to go with May. And then I have a pocketbook. I have a purse, bag. It's purple. I feel like I'm leaning more towards the purple more than anything. I feel that it could be a favorite color. It could be something that stands out. It could be that somebody has a lot of purple in their wardrobe. They look great in purple. For some reason, and purple is a color, the psychology of purple is royalty. It is prestige and royalty and kingdom, queen, king. So like a king's robe is purple. So there could be a sense of royalty in this connection, that I treat you well. But I really like the bow, and I really like the surprise that's in the box. And we're both ready to open that box at the same time. That was really awesome, the way that came into me. So if you wonder how I get there, how does she get there? How does she go from those little charms to that? I have no idea, but I am reading them intuitively, and I'm just listening for the messages. I'm just a messenger. That's all I am. All right. Let's see what they are saying. It's interesting. You know, it really is about the timing. It really is. It's, sometimes I feel like they're false starts. They get off to a really great start, and then they kind of sizzle out, and you're like, what happened? And then it comes back again, and it's just better the second time. So this could be one of those connections. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you want us to know? I'm focusing on myself right now, and I feel like this person needed to do that, and that's okay. You don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be in the connection. You're pulling teeth. I've been lying to myself for so long. I thought I was ready. I thought I had healed. I didn't realize I had pent up emotions. I got some therapy. I went to see a counselor. So maybe this person has really done some work and some healing would be great. No one is ever going to replace how I feel about you. That came into me as I found a true friend in you. So there was something about this connection as far as I could relate to you. I could tell you anything. I could be vulnerable with you. So that probably has kept you guys connected. Like I miss my friend. I miss the person I can talk to. I'm scared to commit to you and I needed my freedom. This person was not ready to jump into another commitment. That was the bottom line. They had just come out of something or they were physically grieving someone. So that is, I may be running, but my soul only wants you. I may be running, but my soul wants you only. So their soul may be saying one thing and then their body in this 3D world is fighting it and trying to figure out what their feelings are. I feel like this person's doing some healing and that's okay. And I feel like once they are in a better place, I feel like they miss their friend and I want to talk. Or they see you again randomly and all these feelings come flooding back. I have January being important. The next full moon. Okay. I have winter time. I have September. I have May. There's my May again. There's something going on with me with May. I'd be curious, does this have 5 petals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That flower has 5 petals. There's something going on with me with these 5 petals and May. Maybe May is the month. Maybe May, that's Spirit's way of saying, we're going to reconnect in May. I want to talk. We're going to bump into each other. I think it's beautiful either way. I think that, they're saying once in a lifetime, we meet somebody that our souls connect. So you may be feeling this is a once in a lifetime energy, or this is a soulmate energy, and you just know in your heart this soulmate's going to return. You just feel like it's not finished. It's not over yet. So I'm going to say I'm pretty in agreement with that. Just that one of these souls really needed to just do some healing, and then that window of opportunity opens again, and then we have a chance at a new beginning again. So I am definitely going to say it that way. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here for this pick a card. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com and check out my main channel. This is my second channel. It's my name, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium, and it has lots of readings over there that you may find that you're attracted to or that you're drawn to. Thank you again for being here. We'll see you again in the next pick a card reading real soon.